The Meta Quest Plus subscription service has a free-month trial with every new purchase of the Quest 3 and the 3S, and existing users get a 1-month free trial right now. Hello, my name's Dan, I bring you everything VR all in one place. So it's getting to the holiday season. You've just got your brand new Meta Quest 3 or 3S, and you've completed your free copy of Batman. What's next? You may have even found jumping straight into Batman a bit hardcore, and want something a little lighter to build those VR legs before firing up something as extreme. And if that is you, by the way, don't be discouraged, that's quite normal. It does take a bit of getting used to. So today I want to talk about Meta Quest Plus, which is Meta's really underrated subscription service that allows you to download 20 plus titles with a rotating catalogue that adds 2 titles every month. The minute you start your 3-month trial, that comes with your device in the holiday offer, you can access the full catalogue. You can also cancel at any time, so this trial is kind of a no strings attached no-brainer. I'll go into a few of the top games in a little more detail later in this video, but as a note, there's some really good games in the catalogue at the time of recording this video to try out. If you're thinking about buying a Meta Quest 3 or a 3S, take a look at my description, as there's my official Meta affiliate links that will get you a free $60 Quest cash on top of the free copy of Batman and this 3-month trial of Quest Plus. There's also things like financing plans available and all that jazz to make VR really accessible to everyone. So on the Quest Plus, highlights for me include, of course, Jurassic World Aftermath with its Alien Isolation style gameplay, but of course replacing the alien with 3 hungry raptors. This one for me is a must play, and it features really great voice work from Laura Bailey for any Critical Role fans out there, and also BD Wong, the original actor who plays Dr. Wu in the first Jurassic Park movie, returns for his role. There's also Green Hell, which is a really tough survival game set in the forests of the Amazon. Asgards Wrath 2 is a massive open world fantasy adventure. Walkabout Mini Golf is possibly the best multiplayer game on the system, with a hefty amount of themed mini golf courses to work through. There's Onward, which is a really fun multiplayer modern military tactical shooter. Red Matter is one of the most stunning games on the system, and that's in there. The list goes on. Sweet Surrender is in there. That's one of the best roguelike games I've played. I got hooked on that for months. Another bonus great feature of the Meta Quest Plus subscription service is something you may have noticed in other similar services such as Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation Plus. If there are titles that aren't in the game catalogue but you really want to buy them, they're often discounted for Meta Quest Plus subscribers. That means that while you're running your free trial, think about those games that you really want to add to your core catalogue, and who knows, you might get lucky with some cash off. Right, let's get into a deeper dive on what some of these highlights are, shall we? These games are the ones currently in the catalogue, but as I said, it's a rotating catalogue to keep things fresh, so it can change. Jurassic World Aftermath to kick things off. Now I know the graphics can be a bit hit and miss, some people hate the look of it, and others love it. I found that VR is a strange beast. When you're inside the headset, totally immersed in the worlds, you really focus less on the graphics and more on the gameplay. It's one of the reasons I love standalone headsets and haven't been into the whole PC VR scene for a little while. Now, Jurassic World Aftermath's gameplay is some of the most original on the system. There are many sections where you have to do various things, such as a dark area where you have to scare off hunting Dilophosaurus with nothing but a torch. But the core gameplay loop that the game returns to a lot is the hide-and-seek raptor sections. The raptors play very similar to the alien in Alien Isolation. One-on-one you can't hope to defeat the raptors, so you have to hide under desks and in lockers to slowly make your way through various sections of the abandoned park from the first movie. I'm going to make a full video on Jurassic World Aftermath on the channel soon, so hit that subscribe button, check the bell icon, and get notified when that goes live. Next up is Asgards Wrath 2. This one was a promo game for the Quest 3 launch, in the same vein as Batman Arkham Shadow's promotion with the Quest 3S, and the quality of this one is in the same ballpark. This is truly a huge game that's over 20 plus hours of gameplay. What Asgard Wrath 2 really shows off in VR is scale. From the get-go, you'll have a one-on-one battle with a giant griffin, and let me tell you, you won't be disappointed. An awesome feature of this one is collecting these animal humanoid buddies that follow you around, and each have abilities that help you through the game. First you collect is this panther woman, who as a humanoid will make blocks appear and disappear, so you can get to places you otherwise wouldn't be able to reach. When she's her panther form, she's a mount that you can ride across the deserts to more easily reach parts of the world. Walkabout Mini Golf is not one to turn your nose up at. I know as a new adopter to VR, some people may think, what good is some mini-golf when I could be fighting lizard men in Asgards Wrath 2? And I get it, I promise you. Just boot it up and invite a mate or two, and the minute you start sinking holes in these charming courses, you'll get it. The graphics are some of the sharpest I've seen on the system, the music is perfectly charming to suit every theme on the levels, and the ball physics are unmatched. Remember I said if Batman is a little too intense for you at this point in time, well jump into Walkabout Minigolf, play for a week, and I can guarantee you that you'll notice the time you can last in virtual reality will increase until you get to the point like me where you can whiz around as Batman for as long as you want until your battery will allow. Next game I want to talk about is Demeo, that's in there. If you're a fan of tabletop games like Hero Quest or Descent, then look no further than Demeo. You take on the role of a classic fantasy trope such as a ranger, wizard, warrior, that kind of thing, and you fight through dungeons in turn-based battles against AI-controlled enemies. Your turn consists of a set amount of movement and actions that are performed by playing cards from your hand. This one gets compared to Dungeons & Dragons in VR a lot, and I have to say, this is nothing like D&D. It's a bit like D&D's combat, I guess, but it's much closer to a classic board game than any role-playing game. Word of a warning. Alright, I'm going to wrap this video up, but other ones to check out are Red Matter, as I mentioned, one of the best lookers on the system. Especially if you want to move on to Red Matter 2, which isn't in the Quest Plus catalogue, but is actually probably the best looking game on the system. Death Unchained and Sweet Surrender are both brilliant roguelike games, the former being a dark fantasy theme with bows and undead to fight, the latter being a more gun-based sci-fi romp. Onward is in there if you want a more realistic modern military shooter. Last one I'd check out is Espire 1. Quite a good stealth shooter. Reminds me actually of old Bond games of the past, bizarrely. Alright, that's all the information I can think to give on the MetaQuest Plus service. As I say, it's super underrated and great for new adopters with no core game catalogue yet. 3 months free trial with every purchase of the Quest 3 and 3S along with Batman Arkham Shadow, and if you use my official affiliate links in the description, you'll get an extra $60 Quest cash just completely free. Thanks a lot for making it to the end of the video, catch you later. First of this year's Big Four has arrived. That's right, the Quest 3 and Quest 3S exclusive Batman Arkham Shadow is out. Is this the VR chosen one that everyone has been hoping for? Or will it quietly slip into the forgotten shadows while we try and enjoy the other amazing VR games coming out this year? I'm going to try my best to keep this a spoiler-free review.